It's your boy Angelo Savage, man. They say Mexico didn't arrest some key cartel members. I don't know what to believe, man. Do y'all believe that? I'm gonna tell you from the jump. Hey, I don't believe it. Come on. If you arrested somebody, it ain't the real cartel. It's just some perceived, because y'all could have caught anybody. Then y'all gonna wait for Trump to get a second term. You wait for Trump to get a second term. Now you're catching key cartel members, huh? Yeah, we already know what's going on there. Yeah, it's a false sense of security, like the fentanyls being removed from the streets. Come on, we know it's made in Mexico. Shorty and them probably getting a piece of the pie. Let me play the video.
President Claudia Sheinbaum announcing two very important arrests today in the war against drugs, including a suspect referred to as the, quote, right-hand man to El Chapo's sons. This as the United States Department designates 6 Mexican cartels as global terrorist organizations. Secretary of State Marco Rubio says this classification will provide law enforcement additional tools to stop criminal activity by these groups. Mexico has long opposed the move, arguing the cartels are not motivated by political ends like others on the terror list, but by profits. ABC's Matt Rivers joins us from Mexico City. Matt, what more can you tell us about these arrests that were made and what it means for Mexico's fight against these violent organizations?
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah, I think it's not a great day for the Sinaloa cartel, given what everything you just laid out there. I think these two men, while not household names in Mexico, certainly in the world in which they operate, they are certainly well known. One of them was a right-hand man to a faction of the Sinaloa cartel, their leadership. The other one, a security chief within that same faction. So it certainly will make an impact on that group's ability to do what they do, which is primarily fentanyl, extortion, and human smuggling. That said, we've seen this happen so many times before where leadership of the various cartels are taken out or they are captured or detained, and yet everything goes on business as normal because these groups are massive. They do not depend on one individual player, and so this business, even though this will have an impact, will continue.
Yeah, they're structured that way precisely for that reason. I'm wondering how President Sheinbaum and other Mexican officials are responding to this new terror designation by the State Department on some of these deadly cartels. And do you think it can make any kind of difference or will make a difference?
Well, I mean, it depends on what your measure of success would be. I think for the President Trump and his administration, they want to look like they're tough on organized crime. And so, quite frankly, this makes for a good headline. But when you really dive into what designating these groups as foreign terrorist organizations does, I'm not sure it's really going to make much of an impact down here. Operationally speaking, this designation doesn't allow, for example, the authorization of further armed use of force here in Mexico. It does not pave the way for U.S. troops or U.S. drones to fire missiles at cartels. It basically only expands the amount of people that can be targeted, mainly by financial crimes, for providing material support to these groups. So it's certainly going to have an impact on the way U.S. and Mexican officials operate against these cartels. But when it comes to actually making a substantive difference on the ground, we don't know yet. That said, further into the future, we could see the Trump administration perhaps using this foreign terrorist organization designation as some sort of justification for using further military force here in Mexico. Again, we don't know that that's going to happen, but it could happen down the road, according to several analysts.
I had enough. I tell you what it is. I'm going to tell you what it really is. Yeah, Mexico trying to hit the headline, right? Mexico caught top cartel leaders, right? Doesn't matter. They probably not even the leaders they think they are. And then on top of that, they know that, okay, let's catch the leaders. Now the cartel, you basically just told the cartel, we ready for any attack you give us because we picked up some of your guys, what you want to do. I like the stiff arm if Mexico about business. But if they not about business, because the cartel will attack. And the funny part is, you might not see them as fast as they see you, right? Let's say y'all did shoot a shot to the cartel, say, hey, we mean business, this Mexico military. We taking over. You got to expect the cartel going to hit you. You know what I'm saying? At least take out at least out of 1,000. The cartel gonna at least try to take out 100 of y'all, maybe even 2. You know what I'm saying? So you really gotta beef it up if you serious. If that's not just like a photo op, you know what I'm saying? You just taking pictures with niggas, then let them go. Talking about, look at the U.S., we're doing great. Nah, bro. We know y'all on some fluky business with the cartels over there. So really, it's about Mexico getting their own shit together. I would say if this is real, and let's just assume it's real, and she did really actually catch a key member of the cartel, one of many cartels, by the way, may I add, then it's time to stiffen that arm. You know what I'm saying? Push them out the way. If that's the case, show them who boss. Because then you got to realize that, like, okay, who in control? Military in control. Then you got to get all the bugs from within the Mexican military out, the ones that's being paid off to drop locations and to set people up and, you know, stuff like that. So what y'all think about the situation? I think this situation is very interesting. The video is a little long-winded, but this is what we do here in the Angelo Savage podcast, man. We chilling, man. We really just, you know, checking out the politics of this, man. I'm trying to break it down in the simplest form. Like, I'm getting this information. I'm like, all right, I got to get into her brain and figure out what she thinks she doing. Because it wouldn't be correct to attack the cartel if you didn't know that they was going to push back. You got to know. You got to know. That means you got to protect your family because the cartel you're talking about in your country. You know what I'm saying? We don't have no control over that. They're a terrorist organization to us. We see them, it's go time. So I would only assume our allies would do the same thing, even though they are the nationality of the allies. Hey, it's up to them what they want to do. It's their country they got to save, man, at the end of the day. Just don't bring that shit back over across the border. We're going to shoot some shit. That's all I'm be saying. It's your boy Angelo So Savage. So put your comments in the comment section. And put your subs and the sub. And don't forget to hit that bing. You know what I'm saying? Hit the ring-a-ding-ding so you get the notifications and know when I'm posting next. It's your boy Angelo Savage. Peace.